To tell the truth, there has always been a trend for monsters upgrading into more powerful forms, as it is a good way to show character development and growth. From Metamorph to level monsters to Assault mode, the formula did not really change until the introduction of Rank Up Xyz monsters, which lived in the extra deck rather than the main deck. However, I think Assault mode monsters are overlooked and better than you might think. There was a relatively recent wave of Assault mode support, and although not meta-defining, I think the Assault mode series has enough potential to see substantial play in the regional level, at least. There is still the Achilles heel of running the Assault mode monsters in the main deck, and it makes you wonder why these upgraded Synchro monsters are not in the extra deck. But let's jump right in on seeing how the Assault mode versions of these monsters up the power level compared to their Synchro counterparts. Arcanite Magician destroys all cards your opponent controls by removing 2 spell counters from itself, instead of the original potentially popping 2 cards. Colossal Fighter can Foolish Burial 2 warriors from the deck, which in itself is underrated, but there is another effect to decrease the attack of your opponent's monsters by 100 points for each warrior monster in your graveyard, which is better than Colossal Fighter's attack gain. Doomkaiser Dragon special summons as many zombie monsters from either player's graveyard to the field when the card is special summoned, which is a rather large improvement over the single target revival. Hyper Psychic Blaster retrains the effect of its Synchro counterpart, and I believe this is the first card which I have seen to contain the word surplus in its rules text. The simpler text, if this card destroys a monster in battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its defense, and gain life points equal to its attack, is a large improvement in both function and clarity over the original. Red Dragon Archfiend offers what might be a side grade over the straight upgrade, with destroy all other monsters on the field after damage calculation when this card declared an attack, which hits attack position monsters on the opponent's side, but also wipes your own board. Stardust Dragon becomes most of a solemn scolding. Negate the activation of a spell, trap, or monster card effect, and destroy it by tributing this card. Finally, TG Halberd Cannon offers mass banishing on top of summon negation with negate the summon of a monsters, banish the monsters that would have been summoned, and banish all other special summon monsters the opponent controls. But I am not sure if it's worth it to bring out Halberd Cannon in the first place, when Shooting Quasar Dragon is around. Although, Europe didn't get Shooting Quasar Dragon for quite some time, so this might have been a decent replacement in the interim. Each monster offers a dramatic improvement over the original, but what about the surrounding support? Let's start with the level up analog, Assault Mode Activate. Assault Mode Activate is fine. Being a trap card limits its potential, especially when you compare it to the faster quick play spell, Assault Mode Zero, which is a retrain of the original. To be fair, Nightwing Sorceress also tries to fix this problem, but it is not good. Assault Mode Activate is searchable with Assault Beast, which in turn is searchable with Fire Formation Tenki. Alternatively, Arcane Apprentice is another tutor, fetchable with Magician Circle, or even better, Psy Reflector, which can be tutored with Emergency Teleport. Then, looking at spell and trap support, there is Assault Counter, which is an Infernity Barrier. Assault Overload is a spell speed 2 tribute to burn card, but is unfortunately symmetric, and to be frank, not as good as Spiritual Art Kurenai, although that one is restricted to fire monsters. Assault Revival is marginally better than level modulation for what it's worth. Assault Slash is a needle sealing, but worse. Assault Teleport and the previously mentioned Assault Mode Zero help with consistency, specifically by removing those boat anchors from hand. Then, last for the spell and trap support, we have Assault Reboot, which is the tag out card, similar but much better than Level Down, and even offers more Assault Mode Activate recursion. Assault Mercenary also helps with returning Assault Mode Activate to the deck, and offers a +1 in card advantage, which might be okay, but is made much better by being tutorable by Assault Sentinel, which offers flexible special summoning from the deck, type and attribute fixing, and even another target for Fire Formation Tenki. The Assault Mode Activate series has much better support than level monsters in my opinion, but running the spells and traps in the deck requires a critical mass of appropriate monster targets, which is why Horus and Armed Dragon series were often found in decks together since they both use the same level support spell and traps. Let's see if the new Armed Dragon Thunder monsters can fix that one. This problem carries over with the Assault Mode series, except with an added confound, with the Synchro monsters requiring specific materials like Plague Spreader Zombie or non-tuner Psychic monsters, which can make deck building tricky. To tell the truth, the series of cards revolving around a single trap is pretty reminiscent of the Iron Core of Kawaki Meru, and Crusader and Urnite are also targets for Fire Formation Tenki. But that is starting to look like theory crafting on how to take a series of largely unrelated cards and build a cohesive strategy. Right now, the Assault Mode Activate monsters are like an unfinished puzzle. Maybe the pieces are there, but they require a little bit more looking, a little bit more creativity, and maybe more support down the line. In the meantime, I can assure you, they are better than you might think.